This is the first set that left me a bit disappointed. I'll tell you right away, I was missing a part, and the G-Wagen itself let me down. One reason I love LEGO instructions is that they are usually very colorful and clear. Let's assemble the stylish driver in sunglasses for our SL and set him aside to wait for his car. The first set I'm assembling now has a lot of small black parts that might not be very visible on video, but in this set, I had a few issues with understanding the fastener's parameters. Initially, before opening the set, I thought the SL63 would disappoint me. This is my bias because I don't really like sports cars. I prefer practical cars like the G-Wagen, but everything turned out completely different. I absolutely love the AMG lineup, especially their distinctive exhaust sound, and since we're talking about exhaust, I liked how it's implemented in this model. It looks like a real 4-barrel sports exhaust that can attract a lot of attention from onlookers. I really like the base of the SL. I actually prefer it when the base of the structure is solid, like in this car. This makes our car more robust. When I was assembling the G-Wagen, I saw a completely different situation, where there are many small, separate, and independent parts that could have been combined into a whole to make the structure more confident. What's LEGO for? To assemble it and then play with it. At least that's my idea. If a child plays with this G-Wagen, it will fall apart within the first few minutes because, from an engineering perspective, it is very flimsy and unreliable, unlike the real car. In general, I think I'll assemble my G-Wagen, not according to the instructions, and see what comes out of it, but for now, let's return to our stylish SL. I absolutely love when everything lights up, and for future LEGO projects, I think it would be great to implement marker lights. The back section behind the seats is really well done, very detailed. It's exactly these kinds of small details that I miss with the second car. These yellow vertical fasteners always bother me. I would have done it a bit differently, but the engineers and designers have a different vision, and there's definitely a reason for that. And now we've reached the part with the engine compartment, where our capsule, in which the passengers sit, is ready. We just need to assemble the section where the AMG engine will be hidden. Why couldn't they make the doors open? They thought about making the seats foldable, but didn't make the doors open. They just needed to add a couple of small parts to the set that would serve as hinges, even for the current design. But respect for the front panel, where the airflow deflectors are theoretically installed in a real car. Also, what AMG would be complete without its signature plate on the engine? It's interesting how differently the bumper fastenings are done on the SL and the G-Wagen. The grille also gets my respect. I like how it looks. The wide fenders that extend over the top of the car with the headlights are something that is implemented in the real car, but making the hood and its opening part so narrow looks a bit unrealistic. In this video, we'll be filming in 2 locations, so let me know in the comments where you like the visuals better, outside with the yellow Mercedes or inside with the black Mercedes. And now we move on to the second car. A complex design for future wheel attachments. I was immediately surprised by the construction and how complicated the connection between the front and rear parts of the body was. Remember how it was with the SL? Just a solid piece. Okay, you could say then if it all assembled from 10 parts, it wouldn't be as fun to build a car. And the floor of this car is assembled like a sandwich from various layers, which, by the way, gives the car weight and a low center of gravity, allowing it to have good stability on the wheels. Imagination and creativity in the assembly could be expressed in the car's detailing. For example, to make the doors and rear 5th door open. It's hard for me to comment here because I don't see the point in most of these elements, so I'll just stay silent in this episode. In the Indiana Jones video, the chest in the rear part of the car was well implemented. At the beginning of the SL video, I liked the folding seats like in a real car, and such little things make you admire it. The rear lights look just like my mood at this moment, because I already realized that the rear part is solid, monolithic, the doors don't open, and it will be something like a box. The front bumper is heavy and massive, but it seems to me that at the slightest collision, it will all fall apart. Here's an example of how the headlight fell off during the car's assembly, and we haven't even used it as intended yet. I am missing one part on the hood, which I still haven't found. Oh, friends, I don't know what to say about these cars. It looks brutal, but in my opinion, it is poorly thought out and unfinished. If you are looking forward to my own version of the G-Wagen, let me know in the comments so I know you're interested. And this is a very strange window mounting for me. I would understand if it was a Defender, Wrangler, or Bronco, but this is a G-Wagen that shouldn't be disassembled and transformed into a safari vehicle. And here you see everything I have left from the set, and we don't see my missing hood part. The SL's hood opens very strangely, although I don't know which part of it lifts on the real car. Which of the two cars do you like the most? Let me know your thoughts on these cars in the comments.